Around me. Got all the cabinets and stuff from the kitchen. We scrubbed them down the other day, but we moved them over here to scrub down the floors. And did one scrubbing on the floor. Then I'm going to go get the mop out in the garage and we're going to scrub it down again. And then but I'm going to wait because I haven't hit the bathroom floor yet. So we're going to hit the bathroom floor next and do all that and then wipe down all the stuff in the bathroom. So do a good old spring cleaning on all that stuff too. So yeah, Linda Ann Stakovich. When Linda cleans, just pull everything out. she's one of those cleaners. Yeah, it's cute. She just pulls everything out, cleans down everything, and puts it back. And so I learned that from my sister Linda when I was a kid. Yeah, Mom wasn't that. No, Linda was more so. Yeah. Yeah, she still is. Just pull it all out, clean it, put it back in, and stuff. And so yeah, it helps. There are certain spots if you don't get to it, it's like, whoa, what's that? It looks like a spider colony. That's that fed off a roach colony. Okay, let's just clean it up and act like it didn't happen. Okay, I was wet. No, me and the spiders have kind of an agreement. They kind of freak out when I do the deep cleaning. It's like, what's he doing? Get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. It's the broom, get out of the way. Yep, move. It's that time of year again. Yeah, so I got to get the mop in here and do it lightly with a little bit of fat, but not hardly any, because I don't like all the smell from the cleansing stuff. It gets my nerves. My nasal passage is like, okay, we need some water in here, stat. So once I'm done blabbing at you morons, I got the windows open and the fan on full. So once I'm done blabbing at you morons, let's open up the door too. It was getting a little dusty, but the winds have died down and we got the overcast. So let's open this back up. Let's increase the oxygen circulation around here, man. Yahweh. All right. So let's get that done. That feels better already. Yeah. As soon as you open that door. Oh yeah. The air is circulating through. It feels better already. Doesn't it though? Don't you love our air? Oxygen, Let's see. Clean water, fresh air. Viable soils that are healthy and produce plant life for people to live and critters. So yeah, of course you need critters. You don't have critters. So you remember the Bee movie? Yeah, it's kind of guys. I'm gonna hit it and quit it. Let's hit it and quit it. You don't have to obsess on things scientifically as much as you think you do. And then the thing with the beavers that money ain't real, right? Okay, you do know your technology is getting more intelligent than your scientific community. And I've always been more scientific than your scientific community. That's why I dropped out of college in 1999, because your scientific community's economics was genocidal. All you guys thinking, oh, the smartest, cutest, hottest, sexiest scientists in the history of professionalism. Okay. They may look cute. They may seem like they're nice, caring, empathetic people. But first things first, forgive debt and trespass, love one another, faithful peace. As far as wealth is faithful fellowship. And if you don't have that, praying won't help you. Crying won't do you no good. Or is it crying won't help you? Praying won't do you no good. I don't know. Either way, mean old Levy taught me to weep and moan. Levee breaks. If it keeps raining, levee is gonna break. Get them beavers up in there. Angry beavers? Maybe so. Go beavers. Yeah. What about the ducks? We haven't had ducks around here in our water ponds for a long ass time. Beavers? I don't think we ever really had too much of a beaver population. I don't know. I can't tell you for sure how it worked with the beaver population in the American Southwest. The rivers kind of flow differently around here and have a different thing with the weather pattern, so I don't think there was as much. I don't know. I can't tell you for sure. Beaver Clan. Just share, care, give in accordance to need, and build to last, and balance, harmony, and understanding. And Everything else will take care of itself. If you feel, you have relative forms of communication and you have a calling, you feel there's something you have to do, then get up and get people involved. And, we know we know what feeling good, we should, we could, we would stop. Think for a moment. So when things are right, we'll rally around. No gold. Yeah. Rocks are for idiots. Gold for the gold, yeah, the black for the people they looted it from. Okay, you were the idiots that gave us the original thing that gold is more valuable than water and food. And it's just shut up, shutting up, rabbit. Oh, you're the original professionals. Pimp Daddy Nash and his bitch over there. Bitch better have my money, right? And so if you're responsible for that original sin of trying to replace truth of creation with the delusion of I am an inviting despot, the God's divine offspring. You got to know where sin begins. That's where you put it to an end, right? Bud nip it in the bud, right? So you just got to admit, well, damn, you didn't create, you invented the Northern Europeans. Yeah, they were emulating you, civilization. Yeah. Hey, it was in Ebony magazine all those years ago. And so you got to understand, sin is sin, regardless of the color of your skin. Right, we are what we do. Close your eyes. I'm getting fucked for money. There you go. Does it matter what color of the skin of the fucker that's fucking you for money? No, it's sin. Knock it off, right? So, I'm Earl Parsons. I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. I'm the way, the truth, and the life, not unto the faith of Father Abraham, Father David, and Father Jesus, except done through me. If you turn Jesus into a god of the sky people that murders everybody that you don't like, then you are a product of your own loins and your own sin. And I don't want to fucking hear you play to Jesus for me to save your wretched life from your wretched flesh, because you have to save your own life from your own wretched flesh, because your life is the soul and not your wretched flesh. So don't try to fuck other people out of existence, and you won't have to win the game, because there is no game. Alrighty then. Well, yeah. I'm definitely gonna check and see if the Lobos win against who are they playing? Tulsa. That's kind of a tough one, because I got lots of family and stuff in Tulsa. So I never disliked the Golden Hurricane. But yeah, well, me. I'm a New Mexican. Go Lobos. Right, but yeah, so even, yeah. Aggie's been to the Final Four. Lobos never have. So, but yeah, if the Lobos win the NIT and the Cats win the NCAA in the same town over the same week, that would be cool. That's where Patrick's at. Yeah, Patrick's in Indianapolis. Yeah. Well, he's near there. It's a little burg by. He always lives out in the suburbs. When he lived in Dallas, he lived in Forney. Yeah. He lives in the burbs. He's a suburbanite. Well, he didn't like living he wanted to get out in the burbs. He wanted to get out in the country. Okay. Patrick's been that way ever since he was little. He wanted to get to Flagstaff as much as I did. Before the breathing air is gone. He's been that way his whole life. He liked Animus better than, he liked Plius better than Phoenix. And he says, boring in Plius. Yeah, but you can see the stars and you can breathe. I got tears, they go to Plius. We used to joke and sing that. Yeah, he liked Plius. Yeah, a lot. He loved his cousins. He loved his uncle and his aunt and uncle. And spiders, stuff. So yeah. Some of his best childhood memories are in Plius, New Mexico. Yeah. Yep. He liked it. And the Portal. Yeah. His Portal and the Cochise Stronghold. Yeah. And Portal. Yeah. Near the creek there, where they had the peach orchards and the javelinas used to run through down past the creek. Yeah. It was gorgeous. We sat there and again, they're aggressive, but look, he sat there and he watched the javelina herds go through, and he threw rocks in the creek for 2 hours. Linda just sat there and he's having a good old time. Man. He's like Opie and shit. He was just having a good old time. It's great, it's great. He just sit there and looked at it, took it all in. Yeah, a kid stuck in Phoenix that wants to live near a creek in Cochise County. That was my boy. Yeah. That's my Patrick. Yeah. Don't take much to make him happy. No, yeah. Whoa, whoa, you get the best of my love. Whoa, whoa. Emily had a lot of that in her too. She liked that too. Yeah, old Plissy Plim. That's why it was so sad when she got the asthma and stuff, because she liked to go hiking and she wanted to go out and she said, all the kids were kind of, yeah, Steph, yeah, Natty. Natty's a goof. I love Natalie. She's one of the cutest goofies in the whole world. My little Chrissy from Three's Company. Yeah. Only Natalie's. Don't compare Natalie. Get this stuff in my brain, you know. Hey, look, the thing with girls is girls got to understand this, okay? Be like me during the service, you know. I could be the greatest lover in the whole world, and if only one person knew, that would be all right with me, right? I don't understand women like, yeah, I want to be seen as the greatest sex goddess, and I want everybody. You don't want everybody to be attracted to you. No, do like Morgan Fairchild, and people say, oh, it's Morgan Fairchild. Start picking your nose. You just go all up in there, just go to town, you know. Get that boogie out, you know. Flick it. And you're the person that thinks they want to have sex with you. And if that doesn't work, you're dealing with a primate. Run. Run. Get to the car and drive. I'll be there shortly. Primates, he's the alpha. He sees you as the omega, and he wants to fuck. Don't flick your boogie at him. Just stop making eye contact. Slowly walk away, act like you're going to the bathroom, and never come back. Okay, I'm just kidding around. But run once you get to the parking lot. Get to the car and run. Caroline, you're funny. No, I'm serious. Yeah, I know what type of assholes I'm dealing with. Okay. I know what type of pervert assholes I'm dealing with, and they're assholes. Guys, self-righteous hypocrites come in all shapes and sizes. Our money's better. It's more organic and sexy. And yeah, the way that honest hoes see themselves as better hoes than the O's hoes is they're self-righteous hypocrite hoes. They all say they're Christians, but they'll fight fucking kill over money. We will fight fucking kill over money. And we'll get drunk doing it, and we'll all go to Snoop Dogg's house later and have a bidding war on who gets to have sex with the 15-year-old who signed legal consent from her parents to be the prize that everybody gets to fuck her once we win her, whoever wins her. We're the liberals, and we support this message. That's liberals. Conservatives, it's not happening. Pay no mention to the man behind the curtain. And they try to act cool, but act like they're Crackle Barrel Christians that are cool, but with what goes on behind closed doors, that's Charlie Wich's business and the 13-year-old he just took in there. That's how they are. They're horrible. Okay. It's natural to be attracted to a young woman that's attracted to you, don't stand so close to me. But the thing about it is maturity is what makes a relationship. Okay? They try to tell us we're too young to. That's why you let young people, you know, make their own decisions intelligently. You just kind of like guide them through, you know. I was young like with Natalie. I was young like you too. I had thoughts like you did too. Pervert. And I'm like, no, what do you think? And then I'm like, okay, she's being programmed by the perverts at the fort. Oh, this poor baby. It is way worse when I was trying to help Natalie through puberty in Sierra Vista for her than it was for me going through puberty under a microscope. And well, no, it wasn't worse. Why? Because she had me. Okay. I had mom. Mom did try to talk. She talked. She was real good at that. Dad was different. Dad, you don't really talk about it. You just control it or it controls you. Okay, well, how do I do that? How do you control yours so it doesn't control you? You know, it's really hard. It's all like it's 24/7. I want to have sex now. Who do you want to have sex with? Whoever wants to have sex with me, that is a female. Thank you. Okay. That's not right. That's going to cause you problems. What if we have sex with her and then she wants to have sex always, and then a cuter girl comes up and says, I want to have sex with you. And then you say, I'm sorry, she wants to have sex with me. Can we all have sex together? I don't know if that's kosher. I've had that offered to me numerous times, but turned it down every time. But yes, why? Well, I just, Pandora's box just not turned me on. But the whole experience, you know, wow. But then the aftermath, damn, you know, the Clint Eastwood movie with the one, what was that movie? The Beguiled, was that it? The one where he's a Civil War guy and the women are all fighting over him. And yeah, that was horrible. It's like, oh, this is not cool. This isn't working on a groovy thing. Boy, on Holy Grail, Galahad should be happy that Lancelot came and saved him, or he'd have been in a shit fuck for a little trouble. We all want to be punished. It's like, no, it's like little big man with Sunshine and her sister is idle boasting, I'll be back. No, you won't. You won't be back. You don't want to die with that kind of smile on your face. You can't take care of them all. Not to mention, when I talked to David about it, it's heartbreaking. Can you imagine having like 300 wives and loving them all? Because other guys are raping, marauding, murdering, pillaging dicks, and they don't want to be with them? That'd be horrible. You know how hard it is to always keep her satisfied, keep her coming every night. Anybody who's thinking that is like it's idle boasting, I tell you for sure. Just like Little Big Man with Sunshine Sisters. Yeah, it's this love has taken its toll on me. I say goodbye, then to the next. Okay, next to the next. Raise the red lantern. No, make it stop. Right? It's horrible. It's Pandora's box. You don't want to go there. I take it from the guy who's like King David. Best sexual reputation in the history of the U.S. military. You don't want to go there. Okay? My son was put into different situations so we would have conflict. Okay? His sexual reputation was engineered and manipulated differently. What happens with the new batch is they're self-righteous hypocrites. They manage their situations to put them in situations, especially the right-wing conservatives. Well, I'm more holy and righteous than you. That's because they've manipulated and managed your sex life your whole life. They've been your control factor, which keeps you from being a complete fucking dick like the guys at Camp Mohawk to spaz. Yeah. Okay, yeah, trust me. Okay, trust me. Okay, you've never had to go through puberty with a bunch of jealous Mormons and jealous priests from the Vatican and jealous dick measuring contests. I can fuck better than him assholes at the Pentagon your whole life. They've guided you through so you could be their next propaganda tool bag of I'm more righteous than Parsons is and I'm a better person than he is. Not in your wettest dream worst nightmare, you little fucking idiot. Fuck you. Well, I've kicked your dick into oblivion. You just don't know it yet. Pervert. I'm just like you. I went through the same things when I was a teenager. Pervert. Yeah. She's the coolest. Oh, Natalie's one of the strongest, coolest kids you've ever met. She's a very strong young woman. Yeah. And her sisters are some of the sweetest anti-bully, protector to the bully sweethearts you've ever met. Yeah, they're sweethearts. Amy tried, but Amy didn't have me from the time she was a little girl, and the other girls did. Okay, and they're manipulated by self-righteous hypocrite assholes that want to have a virtual presence in your life to tell you what to do because they're your God. They program you into the best people that will fit their kingdom of heaven in their mind. It's not time to live the Lord's Prayer yet. They're not quite ready to be God yet because they can't get everybody on the same page with them being God. They're assholes. Oh, trust me. I know what I'm dealing with. I didn't quite get it, but the technology is getting better and I'm able to sit there and go, okay, everything's slowing down. I'm Keanu Reeves. I'm in a duster. I've got guns. I'm walking up the wall. I'm getting to the end of the hotel here, and I'm going to clean it all out, and we're no longer going to have Bruce Lee propaganda movies with the thing where the old man falls off the roof, right? Just got past Chuck Norris. Now I'm getting past Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and then it's, throwing the old guy off the roof, right? So, yeah, I got this. Yeah, gotcha. I got it. Okay. So anybody, all you Jehovah's Witnesses out there that think you can tell me how to worship Jehovah, you should listen to me. I'm the guy like King David. I explained that to him. I'm the guy in the book. Oh, I don't know about that. You don't know about that. Okay. So you read the book, but you don't believe it's ever going to happen, right? Until you're sure it's happening, right? What makes you're sure that it's happening? You won't stand up and live the Lord's Prayer with me right here, right now. Just like the people that wouldn't do it Jesus in the first century. Yeah. And then they're still sealed in hell because they didn't accept the faith of the Messiah year one, day one, right? Okay, life's eternal, grace is infinite. You're not figuring this out. You don't have to. I just have to fix the technology so you don't have to think for yourself. Well, you already decided to vote over money and technology instead of stand up and live the Lord's Prayer anyway. So you handed it over here. Jesus, you get the power. You get the glory. My name's Earl, and Jesus said, listen to Earl because Earl worships the way I worship and you don't. And okay, Jesus, thank you. Okay, so we're just correcting the technology as we go. Well, because the Gospels aren't something that did happen or going to happen. Life's eternal, grace is infinite, God's omnipotent. Gospels are always happening. It's Diana Ross on an Anthony Quinn movie. The happening. You came in, popped your pity balloon. You just woke up. Suddenly you just woke up to the happening. One day you'll look, one day, and you turn around, and you find your world is tumbling down. It happened to Obama and Trump, and it can happen to you. And Melania Trump, oh yeah, it's already happened to her. She's just in a psychotic break, just like her husband, the kids, Obama, his wife, the kids, the neighbors, the professional baseball players. It happened to me, and it can happen to you. Just depends on which part of the food chain of devour thy neighbor for economic control to be the economy gods with the technology. When's it? Oh, well, wait. They'll walk 5,000 of you off a cliff just to prove a point. Just to open up the place to send the oil through. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anything to snort coke and have sex with 13-year-olds at Jeffrey Epstein's island one more day. Just one more day. Just one more day. And I'll call it quits. I can't forgive debt and trespass. I'm a brain chemical addict, Parsons. I understand that. Okay. You either want to live the Lord's Prayer or you don't. You either want the freedom and the love of the Messiah or you don't. Okay. You either do or do not. There is no try. To be or not to be, that is the question. All right. And the question's being answered for you and taken care of for you by all the technology you elected to vote for today for money. What kind of new space programs are we getting in El Paso this week, man? El Paso is the poster child for genocidal metropolises for the city of Las Cruces, which is in charge of El Paso, but they're in different states. There are no states. It's just basically that's your control mechanism, and that's your control group. It's manipulation. They call it control, but they can't control their own brains or penises or vaginas. They don't know what they're talking about. Okay, so yeah, that's your control mechanism. That's your control group. And maybe it just feels a little bit better killing Texans if you're a New Mexican, because I don't know it. I have no idea. I'm not insane. I don't know what they're talking about. I love the people in El Paso as much as I love the people in Las Cruces. I just hate what they're doing because they're insane and don't want to live the Lord's Prayer of me. Hasta aquí hoy. Hi, I'm the ghost Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. Yeah, they talk about in the Dickens, come and know me better, man. It's a ghost. Christmas past, present, and yet to come. Yeah. I've been a ghost ever since. You're not seeing me, you're seeing my ghost. I'm me right here, right now. What you're seeing on your phone through the satellites in the sky discussed in the book of Revelation is the ghost of me. He looks like Son of Man. He acts like Son of Man. Son of Man is not obnoxious, you are. I just have an excellent sense of humor because I have to survive your selfish, obnoxious, self-righteous obnoxiousness. I made that word up. It's funny. Obnoxicism. Yeah, there you go. I get to be like, copacetic and shit. I get to make up my own words as I go along. Son of Man does his wishes. Aloysius. Okay, do you understand? So, okay. I like me. I when I listen to these, I'm like, what the fuck? How can they sit and listen? I listen to the review things on the power stations, right? And the kids, okay, I get this. And I go, okay, well, wouldn't this be a lot better if we were just forgiving debt and trespass and loving one eternal, faithful peace, share, care, giving course, deed, built to lasting? Wouldn't that get all these competitors together to make sure we have the best source of power stations to make sure that we have a better quality of life that's not destroying our ecosystem and destroying each other by destroying each other's minds through economic conflict and competition and psychotic behaviors? I see the Proverbs, heart of Psalms. I'm working on it. Okay. It's entirely tangible that the source of the Mycetum Proverbs is plugged in a supercomputer in Cochise County. And me and his mother were going to name him Andre Raphael. Is that what we're going to name him, La? Is that what we were going to name our beautiful boy? She wouldn't even recognize him. He'd look like the Lord Voldemort thing under the station plugged into a tube of embiotic fluid in a computer, yeah, thing, with things like Neo all plugged down but his body would just be stimulated enough to where it could sustain life for the brain, and that would be it. See why Law didn't want to stay in a relationship with me? And the military's horrible. Same for Raquel. Okay. That's horrible. Well, they've tortured Stephanie's son just as much. He has to connect to his older brothers if that's the case, and feel their pain and suffering and feel like there's nothing he can do about it. Which really, the only thing you can do about it is get up and stand for the Lord's Prayer so this kind of hideous behaviors through science projects, through jealous perverts never happens again, right? You talk about it. So, guys, I'm almost 60 years old. And I've been mean mugged and challenged and abused and mocked by the worst perverts in the history of science, in the history of science, and corporations that pass themselves off as religions that use scientists to maintain their positions of manipulation they refer to as power and authority. Yeah, I'm going to be very calm. I already went through I'll kill them all, I hate them, fucking goddamn, to crying, don't do it, leave them alone, just leave my kids alone, just do what you want with me, just don't abuse the kids. I've done it all. And now, I am the way, the truth, and the life, none unto the faith of the perfect Father except unto me. You think you have the best technology in the world? The best technology in the world reflects the beauty of me. Otherwise, your technology is just finding ways to isolate, contain, and exterminate you because you're denying the world the perfection of the beauty of men that love women and children like me. If you don't believe that, well, you've got the best science project in the history of home invasion, economic, child molesting, murdering, and raping in the history of that, right? That's gross. I know it's gross. Why don't you stand up for a Lord's Prayer with me now? Man, the military doesn't realize that its scientists are the worst perverts in the history of the world. They think they've got the best to win against the other perverts. There are perverts. Okay, you won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer, and the Chinese perverts are worse than your perverts. You won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer, and the Australian perverts are worse than your perverts. The British perverts, everybody's perverts are worse than you are. But none of you will stand up for the Lord's Prayer so children don't have to be subjugated to the abuse of grooming mentally and emotionally and psychologically through technology and the delusion of money through perverts. Fuck. If you don't think I'm like Jesus Christ, you're just a fucking pervert. Okay? I love you. Forgive them 7 times upon infinity. Forgiveness is the only way to end the kingdom, to enter the kingdom of heaven and end the dominion of hell. Dumbass. I love you.